Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And what qualities really attracted Kansas City to move up to get Patrick Mahomes? We know it's the big arm. He got that from his dad, a former Major League pitcher, but also has the moxie and the ability to move outside of the pocket and make any throw you want, across body, all the way downfield, the short stuff. This guy's got it all.
Here we go now.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They go play action here on first down. And this is incomplete. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
When you're drafted 12th overall, people expect big things out of you, and Sheldon Rankins can provide that. Big, strong, physical player, has excellent quickness, and is really good with his hands, keeping blockers off of him and allowing him to get upfield and into opposing backfields.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On fourth down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. On first down, Brees. And his first look is incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Brees. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brees. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Ready?
Again, it's Brees. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Brees now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Ready. Yellow weighty.
Again, they'll throw with Brees. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense. Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Brees to throw again. That is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Ready. Yellow weighty.
Now Brees again. And Josh Hill has it.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Ready.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Green.
On 2nd down, Williams. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Brees to throw on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
4 down, 4 down. Ready. We waiting. We set. We set. Ready, we set.
On second down, here's Brees. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing on first down is Brees. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green, 90.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
He is going to find Hill here. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And again, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Blue 45, blue 45.
On first down, Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw, and his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Here we go, D. Ready. Yellow 80. Let's go. Ready, my shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready. You ready? Ready.
Brees on the draw, gives to Kamara. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Ready. Move 90.
From the gun, it's Brees. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. Green.
Now Mahomes. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Let's go.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Ready. We're waiting. Wait, shot.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready. We're waiting.
Now Brees throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now Brees on third down. And Ginn's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Brees to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Brees now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. You waiting?
Shotgun now for Brees. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second down. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Now a play fake. Brees. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Ready.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready? You waiting?
Now Brees. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Benjamin Watson from 10 yards out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Green 90.
Mahomes now to throw. His throw incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
So after the INT, it's Brees. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? You waiting?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready? You ready?
Brees now on 1st down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
There we go now. Blue 45.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Green 39. Green.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. Here we go. Blue.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw once more. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And again, it's Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. but that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense. Still 2nd down.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Vince Beagle, the one to bring him down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the kick by Butker is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Ready. You waiting?
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Yellow lady.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense. Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ready. 90.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the
First down.
conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Got three down. Ready. Waiting.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Ready. Play set.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey. Got three. Ready.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here we go. Ready. Yellow waiting.
Now they'll throw with Brees. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Here's Brees to throw. And Ginn's got it. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready? You ready?
Brees to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
You ready?
Shotgun now for Brees. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints add on to their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. It's Kelsey on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Mahomes will try again on second down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll go down at the 28. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Williams for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make it 17-13. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Get ready. You ready?
On 1st down, Brees. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Brees again here on 2nd and 10. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Brees. He's going to air one. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. .4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Now Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the second half with Kamara, and he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. 4 down. Check. Ready. You ready? Again,
it's Kamara. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Ready. Yellow weighty. Shot.
Now Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Brees. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mahomes to throw on second down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Mahomes giving to Ware on the draw. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They run again with Ware. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Green.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Now remember, still time. They can elect to kick it now from back at the 20.
You have to know what you have mentally from your kicker because the extra points have stressed these guys out all across the league. But I think at this stage of the game, I tried him out there and try it from the 20.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
And they'll still try and run for it. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise? Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going. Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. 48,
Now Brees throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Saints on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
ready. You waiting?
To throw, it's Brees. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Brees. Looking sideline, incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready. We're waiting. Set.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready. We're waiting.
Shotgun now for Brees. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was just situational football 101 right there. Excellent decision to throw that one away. You know he would have loved to have converted right there to keep the pressure on and build on this lead. But the best play, avoid the sack, taking care of the football.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints defense getting ready here, heading back onto the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
There we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On the run, it's Ware. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
There we go now. Blue 45.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run now with Ware. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Chris Conley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
I got 15. Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. What's that? Ready, what's that?
A give. This is Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready.
They run it again with Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. And Watson has it right side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Brees now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. You waiting?
From the gun, it's Brees. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Ready. You waiting?
Brees will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Here we go now. Green.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Ready. Waiting.
Here's Brees. He hits his target, left side, Watson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Ready. Waiting.
Now Brees. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Ready. You waiting?
Throwing now is Brees. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He finds it open. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run it here. Where? And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
So we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Ready. Yellow wing.
Brees now to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Ready. You waiting?
To throw is Brees. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Ready. You waiting?
Brees to throw on 3rd and 1. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Brees on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Waiting.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And now it's 2nd down. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready. You waiting?
Again, they'll throw with Brees. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here you go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Ready. You waiting?
Now, Brees again. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
And well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. To throw, it's Brees. But it's caught on the right side, it's Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting.
Brees to throw again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Ready. Ready.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal.
Ready. Waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Ready. You waiting?
They get it to him running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Ready. United.
They'll try and run. Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And Lutz's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
We shift our attention now to Benjamin Watson. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on, because the sense is that, oh, they go in at the half, they just change everything. That's not really true. A Super Bowl winning quarterback out of New York always used to say, you've worked all week on a game plan. There's a reason you have it. just either play it better or make subtle tweaks to it. Otherwise, there's no sense even going into a ball game. A lot of times that's what they do. Just find a little subtle thing, one little change, and maybe it can make things.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Butker now to add the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Brees to try again after the pick six. Gets it to Meredith complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance. Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ready? You waiting?
Brees now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready? You waiting?
Working from the gun, it's Brees. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Ready? We're waiting.
Again, it's Brees. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They begin the drive with Williams. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
On the ground, this is Ware. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Williams. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here we go now.
Here's Mahomes now on the option right. He may try and run for this. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. I would imagine you want to win every game big, but if you're a quarterback in the NFL, this is the spot that you love.
You've been dreaming of it since you were a kid, playing in the backyard or the front yard, wherever, where you went through those imaginary situations. Now it's real, though. What practice have you put in since the OTAs and mini camps, preseason camp, sequence of plays, get the ball to the outside, get it out of bounds, save your timeouts, move the ball downfield to get your team in a position to win the game.
And a field goal, of course, no good. They need a score. He'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Back to throw. Room to run past midfield. It's brought in right side by Ginn. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
They'll look to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. To throw is Brees. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
Offense.
From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. That's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Brees. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Ready, yellow lady, face up.
Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Ready, yellow lady.
Brees to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Ready, yellow lady.
From the gun, it's Brees. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, I think it's easy to figure out why they went for 2 there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one. And with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it and take some time down.
Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.